To all of you guys watching this video, please forgive me. I have officially joined the dark side. I caved in and I made my own 6'9" Demi ISO build that can do absolutely everything. From the saucy dribble moves and unlimited threes, the free rim runs, and even contact dunks. The ability to defend virtually anything on this game and also get snatch blocks. There is nothing that this build can't do. This thing that you guys are watching right here is so ridiculously overpowered. I literally feel bad every time I win games with it. I have truly become a meta rat after making the 6'9" Demi. Anyway, peep the all black suit though. I know we're looking good. We're looking really fresh. I actually just came back from a funeral after killing everybody on the court with this build. In all honesty though, I kind of feel bad making this video and giving you guys this build because I really don't want to contribute towards 2K23 being filled with these 6'9" Demis everywhere. But then at the same time, maybe I can help bring this broken meta to more people's attention so we can come together and maybe one day petition for it to be nerfed one day because it is honestly that ridiculous. If you guys remembered 2K21 Next Gen, that game was ruined by the 6'7" meta. Literally everybody on that game had a 6'7" build that could do everything. And basically there was no variety in the builds that people were using. So the game got boring pretty quickly. And as we all know, 2K21 Next Gen ended up being one of the worst 2Ks of all time. However, I really hope 2K23 doesn't suffer the exact same fate because this new 6'9" meta has already started taking over. So hopefully Beluba and 2K actually do something about this one day. It's still very early into the game. It's still the first season. There is still some hope that this meta will get patched. But anyway, for those of you guys that don't care about any of this whatsoever, if you still want to join the dark side and also become a meta rat, don't you worry because I have just the right 6'9" Demi build for you that we're about to get into. But before we carry on, don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed this video and don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button. It's free and there's nearly 80% of you guys that are watching this video right now that aren't subscribed. Okay, so here we are with the build. The first thing you want to do is make sure that the position is under point guard, and then up next we have our body settings. You want to set the height to obviously 6'9". This is a 6'9" Demi, so 6'9", and then weight is going to be 187 pounds. Wingspan is going to be 7'4", and then body shape, honestly, you can kind of toss up between slight or defined. I went with defined just because I wanted to look a little bit tankier, but honestly, it doesn't really matter too much, so go with slight or defined. I'm going to go with defined though, but here we are with our attributes. So starting with our finishing, the first thing you want to do is actually put your driving dunk all the way up to a 93, and I'm going to explain to you guys why very shortly, but you guys can already see over there at tier 3, if we have a 93 driving dunk, we get gold posterizer. And then if we go all the way down to our vertical and put this up to an 82, excuse me, let me move my camera this way. Put this all the way up to an 82. Now we also get every single dunk animation in the game. We get all of the elite contacts. Because for that, you need an 82 vertical and a 92 driving dunk. And we have a 93. So we have every single dunk animation in the game. Next up though, we want a little bit more finishing. So we're going to up the close shot a little bit and put that up to 67. Driving layup can stay at 73. And then standing dunk can go all the way up to a 72. This will also come in handy. Moving on to our shooting, you want to put your 3-point all the way up to an 85, and then mid-range to a 74, and that should give you 20 shooting badges right there. Just so you guys know, an 85 3-point is more than enough for an ISO build. You should easily be able to green every single 3 with this. And then for playmaking, you want to up your ball handle all the way up to an 87, pass accuracy to a 75, and then speed with ball to a 75 as well, and that should give you 20 playmaking badges as well. The reason for us going with these attributes is because with a 75 speed with ball, we actually get most of the dribbling animations that we want. And for ball handle, you actually need at least an 85 ball handle, but obviously we wanted the extra badges, so we went with 87. And we also get gold clamp breaker at tier 3, as you guys can see there on the right, if we have an 87, which is, by the way, a very good badge, especially on an ISO build. Moving on to our defense, one of the most important parts of this build. This build cannot be complete without its good defense. So starting with interior defense, you want to put that all the way up to an 80, perimeter defense to a 78, and then steal to 78 as well. At 78, you get intercept to silver, and then block, you want to put that all the way up to an 88, and as you guys can see, we get Hall of Fame chase down artist as well as silver anchor. I personally think that this is one of the best defensive badges in the game, so having that at silver should be very beneficial for us. And then for offensive rebound, you want to put that all the way up to a 76. And then defensive rebound, we want to put to a 73. And as you guys can see right there, it gives us 24 defensive badges. And then finally, with our physical speed, you want to put that all the way up to a 75. Acceleration, max that all out because that is the most important physical that we want. Strength, you want to put that up a little bit to 58. Vertical, we don't need to touch. And then stamina, you want to max that all the way out to a 90. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our 6'9" Demi's attributes. Take a look at that badge count: 15 finishing, 20 shooting, 20 playmaking, and 24 defense and rebounding badges. I have seen a wide variety of these 6'9" builds already. Every good 6'9" build out there that you guys are going to see is probably going to have a slightly tweaked version of this. Some people decided to go for more shooting, but personally for me, I wanted to go with more defense because I'm mainly going to be using this build for the 2s and the 1s. And on top of all of that, I just had to make sure that my 6'9" Demi was going to get elite contact dunks. I've seen a lot of these builds, like I said, and some of them don't even get elite contacts. Some of them decided to lower their driving dunk a little bit so they still get pro contacts, and then they decided to up their playmaking so they can get more playmaking badges, which is absolutely fine. But for me though, this is what fit my style of play, so this is what I went with. I am very happy with this, and I honestly think that this is one of the best versions of the 6'9" Demi ISO build that you can make. But anyway, let's carry on with the takeovers. So primary takeover, I went with limitless range, and then for my secondary takeover, I actually wanted to go with a defensive one. And because of how OP rim runs are this year, I decided to go with paint intimidation. That should definitely get me a lot of stops. But anyway, guys, that is it. That is our build completed. 6'9" Demi ISO build. I also rebirthed this build, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Spent a lot of VC already on making builds this year, and this is probably going to be one of the last builds that I make for a while. But anyway, let us carry on with the badges. As you guys can see, look at this badge count once again: 15, 20, 20, and 24. And remember, this is without the +4 that you get for doing the Welcome to the League quest. Once we get the +4 badges, I'll probably put 2 on finishing and then maybe 2 on playmaking, and I'll show you guys exactly why. But anyway, for finishing, what we want is gold limitless. That is a given. That is probably the most OP finishing badge this year. And then we can go with silver slithery and then masher on bronze, and just like that, we can access our tier 3 badges, which we will put on posterizer. And as you guys can see right here, once we have the initial badge points that we get after completing that quest, we should be able to get gold posterizer. But for now, since we haven't gotten those extra badge points yet, we can just call posterizer and then maybe up slithery to gold, get fearless finisher on bronze, and then maybe giant slayer on bronze as well. And then for shooting, this is what I went with. So I went with silver amped, gold midi magician, silver agent 3s, gold green machine, limitless range, you want to call that, and get silver. And then you can also get silver blinders. Like I said earlier, 20 shooting badges is definitely more than enough. With these badges right here, you should be able to green every single shot. Moving on to our playmaking, I've got silver ankle breaker, I've got bronze bailout, gold quick first step. I've decided to call gold unpluckable because steals are very overpowered at the moment. Bronze handle for days and bronze clamp breaker. And like I said earlier, once we get the +4 extra badge points from the Welcome to the League quest, we should be able to upgrade handles for days to silver and also clamp breaker a little bit, all the way up to gold even if we want. And then finally, for defensive badges, we have a whopping 24 defensive badges. So this is probably what I will go with: silver menace, gold workhorse, bronze clamps, bronze challenger, and then I would go ahead and core silver anchor, get bronze rebound chaser, and then Hall of Fame chase down artist. Actually, I'll take away challenger and just get silver interceptor instead, and then probably put this on something like box out beast. And there we have it, man. These are the badges that I would recommend for you guys to use. I hope you guys find this helpful, man. That is the 6'9" Demi ISO build completed. Go ahead and enjoy yourselves out there. Be a meta rat. Who knows if 2K will ever touch and patch this meta, but for now, this is definitely the most overpowered build in the game. If you end up deciding to make this build, you will see that for yourself. Anyway, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys found it helpful. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe once again if you guys want to see more of my content. But for now, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.